many Christians think that deliverance is where a person is possessed by a demon or an evil spirit. But it's not true entirely. A person can be oppressed by the enemy, and in this case, this person needs deliverance. You need deliverance if you are addicted to something, any kind of addiction in your life, gambling, pornography, or any kind of lust that you have in your life. These are all different forms of different addiction, and the devil uses that, and he tries to really get you into it to a point where you feel like this is the end of my life. Even if there is a sickness in your family that's been passed on from generation to generation, or there's a divorce that's been passed on from generation to generation, someone needs to stop this. It needs to end with you. These are all forms of demonic oppression, and a lot of Christians they just give up on things and they don't desire a change. But you can do two things in this situation if you're being oppressed by the enemy. Number one is you can reach out to God, you can cry out to God and seek deliverance from God. If you're unable to do so by yourself, then you can call upon someone who you can trust, who is a man or a woman of God, who can help you and stand with you in this prayer, and together you can destroy or completely eradicate the works of the enemy. Now, that being said, you don't have to live this way. You gotta raise your voice up and you gotta fight for what is yours. The enemy cannot steal what God has placed in your life. And so you gotta start proclaiming this upon your life, and you have the right to be freed from this oppression. God wants you to have a good life. God wants you to have joy and peace that comes from Him alone. He doesn't want His children to be oppressed by the enemy, but you have the responsibility that you gotta seek help from someone, or you gotta start praying into the situation. You cannot live like this. You gotta stand up. Our God is victorious, and trust me, He will fight for you. So don't lose hope and let God intervene in your situation.